Are you feeling overwhelmed with your decision to homeschool your children? Trust me, you're not alone. I believe practically every parent who comes to the decision to homeschool their kid goes through this period of overwhelm. What have I done? What did I sign up for? And especially if you're a first-time homeschooler like I am, there just seems to be so much coming at you so quickly that you have to figure out. One of the first steps you should be taking with getting started with homeschooling is that you should figure out what the laws and regulations are in your state. And that is what I'm aiming to help you with today. But first, hi, my name is Shanice. I am a wife, stay-at-home mother, new Floridian, and now a homeschooling mom. And on this channel, I will be sharing some homemaking and homeschooling tips for you. So if that's something that interests you, that's something that you're looking for, then I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel by the end of this video if you find it helpful. So with that out of the way, let's get back to the topic of this video, which is the homeschooling laws and regulations. So when it comes to homeschooling laws and regulations, there are some general aspects, general requirements that you should consider or that all states consider. However, where it differs is what is actually required. And I'm hoping that makes sense. I know it could be a little confusing. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of the states and all of the requirements because that would be a really long video and I feel like it would just overwhelm everyone even more. And the whole purpose of this video is to help you come out of the overwhelming feeling that you're having, not add on to it. Instead, what I want to do is help you walk through finding out what the requirements are for your specific state. That makes sense. Am I Englishing right? And the way I'm going to do that is by introducing you to something that I personally made and that I made it for myself because if you don't know, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, this is going to be my first year of homeschooling my daughter. We're going to be doing kindergarten this year. So being that it is going to be my first year homeschooling, and anyone who knows me knows that I like to be organized. I like to have all my ducks in a row, especially when it comes to complying with certain things with Uncle Sam and with my kid. I don't want to leave anything up to chance. What I ended up doing was actually writing everything down. And I thought to myself, you know, this could be helpful for a lot of other first-time homeschooling parents out there. So I wanted to come on here and actually offer it up to you as well. And it is a guide that I created. It's a beginner's guide to complying with Uncle Sam. And it basically helps you to walk through finding all of the information that you need for yourself. And it will help you keep it all in one place, and just in case you should need to reference it at some point. I'm gonna have it linked down below in the description box for you. So if you're interested, you don't know where to start, you're trying to find out the laws, you wanna keep all of that information in one place, that is going to be up for grabs and it is completely free to you. Just click on the link below and sign up, and I will email you over the guide/worksheet in a snap. I did want to mention that I will be finding all of the information that I need or that we need on the hslda.org website. If you don't know what that is, get familiar with them. They are the Homeschool Legal Defense Association. They're constantly out there fighting for the rights of homeschooling parents, I believe even outside of the United States. And they have a lot of resources on their website. And one of the best ones that I have found so far is the breakdown by states on what the legal requirements are. I'm gonna jump on my computer while I go through the worksheet and fill it out with you guys. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So we're gonna go ahead and just start off with this page here. And yeah, I'm going to guide you through as I am writing it again for myself. Okay, so like I said, when you download the guide/worksheet, if you open it up with Adobe Acrobat, you should be able to, let me just make this a little bit smaller. You should be able to just go to the actual worksheet section and be able to type everything in there for yourself. I am very old school when it comes to this, and I like good old paper and pen, so I will be writing it out on the paper next to the screen here. And yeah, so let's just walk through it. Like I told you earlier in the video, I will be using HSLDA's website. I will be linking this down below as well. So you just have to find your state in the list here I'm going to choose Florida because that is where I am. And when you scroll on down, you're going to see all of the requirements, and they do such a good job at breaking it down for you. So I built this this worksheet to kind of coincide with this so that you don't have to constantly be coming back here to look at it. Websites like this, they give a lot of good information, but it might be a little confusing. So when you put it in your own words, it tends to stick a little bit better, and you tend to know what you're doing a little bit more. So yeah, that's a whole nother reason why I made the guide. So we're going to start off with options for homeschooling, which coincides with number 1 here on my sheet. And we're going to click on that. So here in Florida, I have 3 options to choose from when it comes to homeschooling. I can either do homeschooling under the homeschool statute, which pretty much means it's all on me. And that's the one that I will be doing. We're going to put that right in here under the options for homeschooling. And for me to do this, I have to send in a letter of intent, or LOI, and that has to be done within 30 days of starting the homeschool program with my kid. So that is the option for homeschooling that I'm going with. I mean, if you really wanted to, I could have put all 3 options here just for my own knowledge for future reference, but I'm pretty dead set on just doing all of the work myself with my kid. I have to maintain a portfolio of my kids' work. So I'm just going to put that there, maintain portfolio. It all depends on you and what you feel comfortable with, what you think you can commit to your memory, and what you think would be helpful to have down on paper. It's all up to you, but I'm just jotting everything down quickly here. And the next thing that they're showing here is school required for ages. And then they give you the age where, it's compulsory in your state. So here in Florida, they have to be in school, in some form of school, from the ages of 6 to 16. So in a couple other states, it was all the way up to 18. So again, it varies state to state. They expect the child to be in school at the age of 6 if that child reaches the age of 6 by February 1st of that current school year. So Annie will actually be turning 6 but in April of this school year. So she did not have to be in school this year. I could have put her in if I wanted to, but she did not have to be in there. So technically I could, she's still on track, and I still could put her in kindergarten the next school year, starting in, August, September of 2023. But we're going to be doing kindergarten at home this year. So yeah, just be aware of that. If you're in Florida, that's just a little tidbit. Obviously, it could differ again from state to state. So just really pay attention to the language here. Then we go back. For Florida, notification is a required. For us, no, except for option 1, which is the one that I have, option 1. So the notification is required. So I'm putting yes. Here you'll see that I put if yes, list due date and where it's going, because usually the notification is that letter of intent that I mentioned up here. Here in Florida, it has to be sent in 30 days within starting your homeschool curriculum. So we're going to move on to the second page. It has 3 more questions here. There's 3 pages of this in total, each with 3 requirements. So then we come here. Teacher qualifications. For Florida, none for parents. There are some, like I said, that the parents have to have at least finished college. Then we move on to the other one. So the 5th one is state mandated subjects. Again, here in Florida, there are none. So I'm just going to put none. And then in others, they said they had to have like a citizenship course that they take. Moving on, we have assessment requirements. So here, it's in Florida, it says for assessment requirements, no, except for option 1. Again, that is me, just for option 1. And that is the annual assessment that is supposed to happen at the end of every school year for me. I have already done this for myself, so I don't want to go over it and write everything over again. But I just wanted to go through it with you so you can kind of get an idea of what you can put on here and how you could use it. Finally, to the last page, we have immunization requirements. Here in Florida, it's a no. And then down here, you don't see it here, specifically for Florida, because it isn't required, like an attendance requirement, unless you choose one of the other options. So for me, there are no attendance requirements. I have no hours that I have to meet. I have no days that I have to meet for the year with her if I'm doing it myself. But if I had chosen a different option for homeschooling, like if I had chosen option 3, then here, students must be in attendance for 180 days. So if I had chosen that one, then yes, I would have to put 180 days here for the attendance requirement. And then finally, I just left this here, other considerations, just in case you needed more space. There was something else that you were interested in putting there. If you think I missed something that applies to your state in particular, you can just use that space right there for it. And then that's it. You have all of your homeschool laws for your state in this little booklet. You can take it, you can hole punch it, and you can put it in a binder with all of the other important information that you have for your student or students. I hope that helps. I hope it comes in handy. And I'm really just looking for ways to make this whole thing seem less overwhelming for my fellow homeschooling parents, especially my first time homeschooling parents. I mean, I feel you, I'm right there in the storm with you. And if this video was helpful for you, then please give it a good old thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already. I will be bringing more homeschool content very soon. And if you're not a homeschooling mama and you're just a homemaking mama, then stay tuned because there will be content for you as well. Hope to see you guys in the next one. And in the meantime, you can check out these 2 videos here. Bye.
Hooked on you, baby, you're golden. Time moves, I never noticed, just can't get enough. Got me wonderstruck.